Greetings, fine people of the internet. I'm Andrew from Einhorn Travel, and in this video we visit the Mutawintji National Park in New South Wales, Australia, where I speak in a Scottish accent.
So you can't bring your cars in here, laddie.
Linny backs into a cave, and I sing a song.
About 30,000 pounds, even again jump all bananas.
So come with us as we visit Mutawintji National Park. Okay, so about halfway to the Mutawintji National Park from Broken Hill, about 45 minutes out of town. You've got to make a right-hand turn from the sealed road onto this unsealed road. So our weapon of choice is a 2011 Volvo XC60, and it's a very comfortable car. It handles this road no problem. You could easily do it with a two-wheel drive, so long as it's not been raining. I think if it's raining it'd be a bit messy. But the road's pretty good. We're averaging about 80-90 kilometres an hour on an unsealed road, so it's not too much drama. And we're getting there. We'll be there soon, and we'll check in with you when we get there. Cheers.
Now we've arrived here in the Mutawintji tourist area, and they've got some toilets here, some restrooms. They've got a lot of information just behind me on these notice boards about some of the various walks that you can do here. They've also got a barbecue, so if you wanted to bring yourself some snags and cook yourself up a bit of a barbecue before you or after you go wandering in the national park, then you can certainly do that here. So they've got some good facilities. So there's probably about 10 different walks that you can do here. Some of them you can do your own or do on your own. Others you need a proper licensed tour guide, because there's special or areas of special cultural significance, and they need to be looked after, preserved, and explained properly to you. So we're going to do one or two of the self-guided walks around here, and we'll bring you some of that footage once we get stuck into it. So fairly easy hour-and-a-half drive here from Broken Hill, about half of it on sealed roads, the other half on unsealed roads, but they were fairly easy. Even the unsealed roads were fairly easy to drive on, so no big dramas so far. Touch wood. All right, we'll see you in the Mutawintji National Park. We have solved the mystery of why the road is closed to vehicles. We are super sleuths. Some rotten bastard went and washed all the road away, so you can't bring your cars in here, laddie. So there you go.
So as you guys know, Linny and I have travelled the world, visiting all sorts of countries, seeking out their history and their culture and so on and so forth. And it occurred to us upon returning back home to Australia to live after 17 and a half years away, that we have the oldest continuous culture in the world right in our back door here in Australia. And it just doesn't make sense that we don't, in general, embrace that incredible rich culture that is our own culture here in Australia. So we've made a conscious effort in our travel in Australia to try and include in each trip at least one Indigenous historical site, so that we can learn more about our own culture here in this country. The Mutawintji National Park here has some of the best examples of Aboriginal art in the whole of New South Wales. But if you really want to get into the good stuff in the park here, you need to organise yourself a guided tour. You can't access those areas without a tour guide because of the sacred nature of those sites. Now, we didn't do that. We didn't really understand that until we got there, that the best bits were reserved for the guided tours. So I'll put a link in the description below where you can access those folks and arrange yourself a guided tour, and make sure you don't drive all that way and miss out on the best parts of the park. Having said that, it was absolutely worth driving all that way just to see Linny try and navigate her way down this very, very steep rock face here. Just a bit of a practical tip. I mean, there's absolutely nothing here in terms of shops. You can't buy food, you can't buy water, you can't buy gas. So make sure that your car is fully topped up with petrol. Make sure you've got something to eat. I mean, there's barbecue facilities at the visitor centres, so you can use those. But other than that, you can't buy a pie or a sandwich anywhere. And make sure you've got plenty of water. I mean, we were there on a day where it was 38 degrees Celsius. It was baking hot. So make sure you've got plenty of extra water. You know, maybe the car breaks down. You want to make sure that you can stay hydrated until help arrives. Thank you for taking the time to watch our wee video. If you've liked it, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the like button and also hit the notifications bell so that you can see any future content that we load.
Pushing on to the short miles that ran down to the depot. Just a few more miles.